Thank you very much for waiting a second for me. How are you? Who have I got here? We're going to be oil painting, but actually I haven't done any oil painting for a week because I've been sick and busy. Well, mostly sick, but I was waiting for other parts of oil paintings to dry as well. So we've got some cool parts of oil paintings that you haven't seen and that you have. I'm going to work on. Yeah, it's going to be good. You see some bits here. You can get a before and after if you like. I guess. Hello, Lauren. Nice to see you, lovely. Thanks for being here. Actually, I feel not very well today. I'm not very well, to be honest, and I was just having a bit of a nap, which is why I'm a tiny bit later than I expected. Not super so, but just a minute later than I expected. But it all makes a difference, doesn't it? Hello, Corinne. I'm glad you're back. Thank you very much for being here with me. So this one I started in front of you. This one I started in front of you. They're all dry, or at very least touch dry. But yeah, I'm going to continue them, and these ones are new ones. Hello, Stephanie. Nice to see you. So this one is Winchester with this was Winchester with Lily, and then we've got alpacas with Elizabeth Puma. This is a butterfly that I created, that I've started to create the background for. This was with Ashfaq. And here we have South Africa, but with Matt. So not Matt in Hong Kong, but taking him taking us to South Africa. Not that you can tell it's South Africa from my picture, of course. Now, interestingly, we know I've been pretty ill for about a month. Hi, everyone. My name is Kendall James. Welcome anyone that watches this some other time and is confused. Who does she is? Who does she think she is? By the way, I did a sunset. The other one was sunrise. I hope you like this sunset picture. I like it quite a lot. So basically, I've been ill quite a lot since the end of Heygo, which was exactly a month ago today, actually. I've been ill because I was run down, and then I thought I was ill because I was doing oil painting, which might be the case. But here's the test. Here's the thing. I haven't done oil painting for 6 days or so. 6 days, 7 days. So I've still been ill, and I've still been different kinds of ill. So I'm going to start not blaming the oil paints just yet. However, we're going to start oil painting today. My throat already feels bad right now from before. So we're going to see if the oil paint, if it gets worse, basically. If it gets worse, while I'm doing this, then we know that oil paint is a big part of the problem. But there we go. Proper tests being able to be done. So hi, my name is Kendall James, and I'm an artist, British artist that's been living in Japan. This is my first time oil painting. I don't normally do oil painting. So we're gonna see how that goes. I don't know how it's gonna go. I might sound like I'm well and fine to you guys, but I'll have to mute the mic occasionally to cough and chill myself because I don't feel I don't really feel that great, to be fair. It's a bit of a problem. People think I'm fine because they can hear me and I seem like I'm being just fine, but I'm not. But oh well, that's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Right. I need my pictures. So I've got some reference pictures here. I've got cute little alpaca, little reference picture. Here's Winchester Cathedral. I'm going to try and brighten that up though. It's a bit gloomy. There's the sunrise. I've purpled it a little bit. These sea lions. Maybe we could work on some sea lions. And I've got this little piece to start as well. This is a piece with Lynn in Australia at a Chinese garden. And this butterfly, I want to highlight this blue bit just over here. I think that'll be good. That's a little reference for the fireplace, the oven. So let's see what I can do. What I've been doing is starting with a little postcard piece, so we can see how many pieces I've been working on. An evening walk in Vancouver with Dan, and then I've also got my Vancouver morning. Maybe I could put those two together, see what they look like. Let's have a little look. There's the evening. I've got some finished pieces here. Thank goodness. Here's the morning. Let's see if they go together nicely. Morning, evening. What do you think? Are they worth loving? They're quite different, aren't they? Quite different. They've got a little shine on them in some places and not in others. I wonder why some have shine. So I'm learning about how oil paint works. And some of it has got no shine whatsoever. Hello, Anna. Thank you very much for coming. No, can I afford them both? Oh, bless you, sweetheart. I think, yeah, sunsets are going to be a massive hit. I hope everybody wants any of the others. We'll see, though. We'll see. We'll see. Let me put some completed pieces together for you to have a little look. I've got a stack over in the corner, just over here. I'm just stacking up pieces that have dried. Here's another one. Probably not very good for live streaming to have my arm over the screen, but you know, we'll see. How's that? I love this one very, very much. Hello. Just a simple little hello. So let me change this around so we can have a look at some of the ones I've finished. See what they look like together. So I haven't finished anywhere near as many as I wanted, but I've been very, very sick, so it's fine. I'm just going to let myself off. Who cares? I've got plenty of other pieces that will be in the exhibition, and I'll try and make a star of these ones. There's these. What do you think? Do you like them? Just let me know where to send the deposit. Oh, thanks, lovely. So it's Corinne. Corinne, have you sent... Ah, you sent me a message on... That's the thing. I haven't checked it. Sorry. I had to go to my Japanese lesson and then run a bunch of errands. I've also got this one as well. I love this one. I'm totally biased and in love with this one. What do you think? Do you like them? Thanks, thanks, thanks. Let me pop some of them back away. Oh, got to be careful with them, especially as they're valuable. Not only have I spent a long time on them, but they'll be worth some monies, which is my livelihood, isn't it? I'm going to pop them back away in here. I've got a clever way, I think, it's in my head, but I've got a clever way of displaying them. I've got this idea. Here's a piece that's got such thick paint on it, so it's still got a lot of drying to do, but it's dry in the middle. I'm trying to be smart about where I leave drying spots for myself. And then all of them have these little cards that can go with them, actually. So I think I'll explain them with the little cards and have that go next to them at the exhibition, or go with the person that purchases it. They can have the little card too. So there are many. And I've got these ones as well. I wonder what you guys will think of these ones. Let me think. This is in Africa. This is more like a little showcase of what I've done, isn't it? Oops. This one is in Africa with beads being made. I'm quite happy with this, but also not so in some ways. But it's got loads of cool texture on it, which is quite nice. Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's your own private showing. Yeah, life always gets in the way of plans. Yeah, I guess so. We'll let it off in this case. And then this one was in... this one's really heavy towards the bottom, actually, because it's got lots of thick oil paint on it to make up the snow. This was in Vietnam. I've finished this one now as well. I'm happy with how this one's gone. Yeah, I've really enjoyed playing with the texture and things on them. This one, I don't want to touch it too much. Maybe touch dry, but that's all. I don't want to press down too much. Yeah, you guys get your own private show because you've been so kind as to watch so patiently and adoringly, and anyone else can have a little check when they do the recap, I guess. They'll have to do a recap themselves. Now, what would you like me to see me paint right now? Seals, alpacas, butterflies. Maybe I'll save architecture. We'll save these ones for a little while. What would you like? Seals, alpacas, butterflies? You tell me. If I can, I'll cater to you guys. Seals. First one, seals. Butterflies are sad at that. Alpacas. Well, we can fit those both in today, I'm sure. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I see some people creeping in. All right, what have we got? 1, 2, 3. I need that one. 3, 4, 5. This one over here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At first I thought I was doing 40. I want to do at least 20. So I'm going to be working my little tush off for the next for the next 2 weeks for sure. Big time. Especially this week, I've got to do the first layer of so many pieces. So going to work hard. Going to work hard for the money. Hard for the money. Right. Any other takers? Seals, alpaca, seals. Okay, today we will do seals, alpacas, and then seals. There we go. Well chosen, my friends. Bye-bye, alpacas. Okay, seals. I don't know how this is going to go. We're going to see. I'm going to peg this up here. Here. Yeah, my throat just doesn't feel good. The guy tells me I don't have tonsillitis anymore. I don't, but what I can feel is the seed of tonsillitis. Do you know what I mean? Like when you know something's up. You know. Right, I'm going to put foil on my palette. I've got the seed of it where it could just grow at any moment, is what I think. So I'm going to put up another one of these tours for my tomorrow morning, everybody. So if you're really into this and you want to have a look my tomorrow morning, then please come along again. I haven't released it just yet, but it'll be the same time or an hour later than the journaling tour I did just earlier. Right, I've got myself a little palette. I'm doing it with foil so that I can chuck away the foil really easily. So if you fancy that, I'd love to have you for that. So please consider joining me. I've got all my brushes here. I've got this. I'm not going to open this. This is the low toxicity white spirit stuff. I'm not going to use that yet. And the linseed oil. Oh, that's a wonderful time for me. Would you like the same time or an hour later, Corinne? They who ask, receive. Okay, got to get these little seal pups in. I've been trying to do things without using black. So all of my pieces, if you see black in them, I've created the kind of black effect myself. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to mix up some of these colors. I'm going to mix up some of the ultramarine, cobalt, brown, yellow ochre, and white, and see what we can make. Do I want them to be fatter? Yeah, go for a bit fatter. So if my throat is already closing up, but if it starts to close up even more, then it's that. Or I've got a wheat allergy because I notice I've been having a lot more sandwiches recently. I'm trying to work out what I'm allergic to because the doctor says I'm not allergic to anything, but that's a lie because they're giving me allergy medicine to cure it. And, well, what he'll be saying is you've got intolerances, I suppose. But I need to find out what I'm intolerant to, what I get allergic reactions to. It's funny, isn't it? Not funny, but funny. Yellow ochre, burnt sienna. Don't eat these even if they sound good. Ultramarine, cobalt blue. Should we give something a little bit brighter? Yeah, lemon yellow. We'll see what comes of it, lemon yellow being in the mix. We might need it. We don't know. You know what? I might also need a tiny touch of red. I'm going to go for bright red, not vermilion. Cut my nails all the way down, so my nails are down to nothing. No, it wouldn't, Corinne. Corinne says a wheat intolerance would mean no more strawberry and cream sandwiches. No, it wouldn't. It would just mean I recognise what they do to me. I don't have them very often, to be fair. I only have like 2 or 3 a year. But I've been having Marmite and cheese sandwiches and toast when I'm not feeling good. So we'll see if that affects me in any way. We'll see. If it's not allergies, then I take a big dose of vitamin C and I don't get sick. Well, I eat a lot of vitamin C. And I wasn't sick for 3 years, Anna. I wasn't sick for 3 years. So I think something has triggered in my life, or something new has occurred in my life, you know? Or it's just by chance, you know, it could just be. Could just be by chance. Unfortunate chance. Not all chances are good. So, who here is in my alpaca crew member thing? Who got the lovely email with some extra special videos for you? Did you get that? Did you have a look? Did you like them? Might also be in your junk. Got my palette knife here. Bing. Oh, I thought it was gonna bing. No. Is this one? Bing. No. Oh well, that could have been fun. You got the email, lovely. I think once you stop oil painting after the exhibition, it might stop. Well, actually, Lauren, it all started before I started oil painting. So we really, I don't know. Also, Japan is notorious for giving, especially foreign people, but Japanese people too, lots of allergies to things like cedar. The cedar trees here attack us big time. So it really might be nothing to do with that. The season is all year round for me though, Lauren. So that's a bit of a tricky one too, saying it's the season. I've had allergies for about 15 years now, and they do hurt. They are annoying. It does suck. There's not really too much I can do about it apart from take some medicine. Doctor's given me some medicine to use for 2 weeks before bed. I had my first one yesterday. We'll see what happens. Okay, mixing a kind of darker colour over here. Put a little bit of linseed in it. Yeah. I think the linseed oil takes the shiny bit out of it. I don't want too much shine being removed from seals. Seals shine. Thank you. Yeah, fingers crossed. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens. So there's a few guides that I really want to make sure I create a postcard for. So I'm going to have to search through my collection and get some more pictures later. We'll see. And then I might make some watercolors to complement Catherine's watercolors, which will be in the show as well. I'm going to try and make a slightly lighter one over here. A light bit of yellow, light yellowish brown. It sure is fun mixing up these paints. If I don't get worse today, then I think we know it's not the oil paints, so we'll see. These oil paints today, for some reason, smell a bit like seafood. I've got a feeling my time of the month is coming, so everything's going to start smelling a bit weird to me. And also, my immune system will be down, which means I can get sick again. Way! Oh, to be a woman. Mad, isn't it? I'm in a room of ladies right now, just ladies hanging out with me, so say what I like, but also men need to be aware what we go through too. Right, I'm going to try and organise these little seal pups. I need to try and get them all in the right location. So what I'm going to do, put a little bit of linseed oil on my brush. Linseed oil at the back of some of this so that I can get a really watered down version of the paint and just do a thin layer of where I want the sea lions, because otherwise it might look a bit strange. I'm really content with how the water's turned out, so that's great. What I've got to do is work out where I'm stopping my picture. I think I'm stopping my picture here, so maybe I can put something in front of that. Here we go. Got it? That's going to tell me where I want the picture to be stopped, so I make sure I get a little seal in the back. Seal in the back is the most important one. Okay, it might mean it has to be higher than I thought it was going to be. Let me think. Cover over some of this, I think. Okay, seal in the front. Can you hear my picture? I can hear the picture. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so cute. What a lump. What a cute little lump. This can be the body positivity session. Okay. Big one there. Nice. Lump of one in the background. There's a lot of construction outside. I do apologize, guys, but you can feel like you're hanging out in real Japan with me. Actual construction happening in the background. Okay, there's one leaning over. Then we've got one looking inwards. Okay. I think it's working out well. You know what? Someone said the loveliest thing to me. Oh, that might be way too big. I was hanging out with... I went to the craft fair. You saw me do a live of it last week. Sorry, a week ago. Exactly a week ago. And a very nice person who made a very nice, beautiful cup. This beautiful cup, I purchased it. He was looking at my oil paintings, and he said I've got lovely composition. Isn't that kind? I mean, he might have just been trying to get me to buy stuff, but he said my composition was nice. And I said, take my money. Japanese people are very good at flattery, but I accept your flattery. Maybe this guy needs to be even bigger. Okay. Yeah, this guy needs to be even bigger. So what are you all up to today? Have you just got me in the background? I imagine you have got me just in the background. And we've got another lump of a lovely sea lion poking out just over here. There we go. Are sea lions measured in lumps? I don't know. Probably not. You're still in bed. Is it the morning where you are? Or the night time? The way you say still in bed, I thought maybe night time. Morning, sorry. Okay. Little guy just in here. Oh my goodness, there's a baby in here. Or it looks like a baby to me. Baby, another baby. Okay, then something I can't see. I'm guessing that's the deck. And then this is the first one I'm going to have to paint. This one that goes at the back over here. I want to start painting forwards in a minute. Okay, I think that's what's a group of sea lions called? I think that's the right gaggle. Chatting with my daughter on Messenger before she goes to bed, trying to decide what to have for a snack, and hemming some pants that have been waiting for several weeks now. Corinne, you sound just like me. I would do all of those things at the same time. I like that. I like the busy mind. Okay, let's get some lilands in here. Lilands, sea lions, sea lions, seal islands. Sea lions! Okay. No, I don't know where to start. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, it's a little bit more bluey, I think, back there. A little bit more bluey. Should I use the paintbrush? Should I use the palette knife? I'm not sure, actually. I'm going to start with the paintbrush and maybe I'll top up with the palette knife for the shiny bits. I haven't really been using the paintbrush, but I can see why people would. I think I've discovered that I prefer the palette knife no end. So, just have a little look. And Sarah, are you there? I think you're there. I don't know. I think Sarah's there, not in the chat. Ooh, this is why maybe I like the palette knife, because you can get straighter lines. I have to pick it up quite a bit to do the detail. A herd or a raft. Seals is a herd or a pod. Ooh, I like it. Is that just in your head? Did you already know that? That's a cool thing to already know. Okay. Yep, I'm liking that. Now, get some white bits in here. Start with a few little bits. They're going to look really polished. That's what these sea lines should look like. Really polished, I think. I mean, I hope so. I hope they don't dry without any shine. Haley. I have all sorts of tabs on... Ooh, all sorts of tabs on Google open and can find all sorts of stuff on Google. Oh, really? Nice. A Haley? Are you saying they're called a Haley? That seems strange. I thank you all for not telling me to stop oil painting, even if it is the oil painting that's causing me to feel sick. So many people might normally say, oh, you have to stop oil painting, but I'm grown up, right? I'm a grown up, so I can make that call myself. So I thank you not for shouting that at me. Thanks for treating me like a grown up, even if it means that I hurt myself. That's how the baby grown up's going to learn. Okay, one little sea lion in the background. Dumb keyboard, no. Don't tell me that's your daughter's name. That would explain why it said that by accident. Okay, I can't see what's really in this little gap here. So I think it's brownness. And some babies? Brownness and babies. Yeah, we'll go with brownness and babies. Let me get this big boy up here. Or big girl. I don't know. Who even knows? Oh my gosh, it's fun painting seals. Sea lions. You guys are going to know the sound of my house very well, aren't you? It's just so windy these days. I'm sure you can hear all the stuff falling around outside. Did you know there are a lot of rainy seasons in Japan? And one major rainy season is coming up. But we celebrate this next rainy season quite a lot because the hydrangeas bloom. So we say, gather your blues, it's hydrangea season. Gather your blues. Hydrangeas look like beautiful bouquets of butterflies, if you ask me. I'm working within the groove of my previous brush strokes just there, with little things like that. Yeah, hydrangeas are lovely. So what are we saying is the group of them? It's a pod, herd or a pod? Okay, nice. Pod. That's cute. That's cute. I was meant to go to Kyoto the other week to get some more canvases and things, but I think I'm really super gonna go on Sunday this week. Finally gonna do what I said I'd do. So maybe I can get a tiny brush. That would help with a few of my liony needs. Right, in here, maybe wee little babies. This bit is, this bit isn't, this bit's just kind of black brownness. A little baby comes up on that bit. Okay, baby is quite light colored. Light brown. Maybe that's why I'm thinking it's a baby. But I don't want it to be the same color as the as the deck that they're on. Just all piled up on each other. I think this might make you sleepy, Anna, if you're staying in bed. I actually just took a little look at the picture through the phone screen. It looks a little bit different. So I thought I'd try and change it a little bit to how I wanted it to look. Sometimes you can take a look at things far away or up close but in a different way. It helps you see them in a different light. Recommended for creating pictures and things. Anyone got any nice plans for summer? Yeah, I'm going to take a bit of that bright yellow. I'm going to hope it blends a little bit. Yeah. They've got kind of little sea lion-y ears. Brown snout. Ah, did it. That looks good. A little eye. Oh, that's not quite right. I'm using kitchen paper just to the side until I get things how I want them to be. Oh, I did it. Can you see that little sea lion face? This means don't touch that one anymore. That one's good. Just got to go darker down here. Baby's put his face right here. So cute, thank you. I felt tired when I woke up. That's why I'm still in bed. I won't go back to sleep though. Okay. No plans for summer. If you had all the money in the world, Anna, and the environment wasn't such an issue and all this other stuff, where would you go for summer? If I gave you a bunch of time off work as well. You can have all these things on me for free. My present to you. Where would you go? What would you do? Right, I'm working on the next one now, as you can see. I might reroute some of my other decisions regarding that one back there. You can see I'm changing it around a little bit. We'll see. Japan or Australia or Scotland? Oh, lovely. Australia or Egypt? Oh, they're all on my list too, Anna. This is why you like hanging out with me, because I'd like hanging out with you. Those are all on my list. I'm in one of them, aren't I? So I'm lucky there. You can see every brush stroke, so I'm trying to use it to my advantage. But I think I might have to swap to palette knife for some of this in here, because it's coming out a little bit strange. I don't want that one to look so fluffy. at least not in all of the areas. So a little palette knife there. Stephanie, what makes you want to go to Australia? And Anna, why do you like those other places? Have you been to any of them before? Or are they dream locations, you know? That's going to have to be palette knife again. Okay, there's Mystery Seal hanging out in there. Don't know if it's the colours I want, but I think it's kind of okay. I want to see the Northern Lights in Finland or Sweden. Ah, lovely. Ah, dream locations for you. Haven't been to Australia yet. Okay, okay. Yeah, you know, my plan was to go to Australia from Japan. I was going to stay here for a year, then go to Australia, and then go all the way back home through Europe. But the pandemic said, "Oh wait, stay in Japan. It suits you." I was like, "Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong." And I stayed. All the better to have met you guys. Right. Wants to be quite dark in here. Dark blue, red, brown. I'm trying to get a darkest colour. So dark it's almost black, but a bit hard to do that. So now I need the little yellow face. Yellowy, white, brown, all kinds of colours going on. Looks like a very happy little seal up on this bit. Kind of need more white. It's so delicate. I wonder what I'd be like if I had a nice thin brush. I wonder if I'd create better thingies. Little eye, little ear, I don't know what that is. Little nose. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, satisfied. But it's at the wrong height. This one. In here, there's another one. I'm going to change the shape of them a little bit to suit this composition, but I think that's fine. It's my art, and I'll change it if I want to. Okay, all seems to be going pretty much to plan. You see, even for those that paint a lot, it can still be such a surprise. I think little sealies are coming out of there. That was a noisy old bit of train, wasn't it? Thanks, Lauren. Only problem is Australia's massive. I've got cousins I don't know there. I'll feel more comfortable staying with you than cousins I just don't know. But also I've got a friend. 6 years ago, she went to Australia for 1 year. She's a good friend of mine, and she has been there for 6 years. She tried to be there for only a year, but then she fell in love with it. So myself and my friend Chloe have done much the same kind of thing in our respective locations. Oh my goodness, these little puplets are so cute. I'm just making up my own words for them now. Puplets. Yeah, I'd love to see the northern lights. Even though Aurora Borealis is quite a hard thing to say. I've spent a long time practicing being able to say that. Quite hard, isn't it? Or getting Japanese people to say Aurora Borealis is funny. It's mean. I probably shouldn't be getting them to say that. But they want to see the northern lights too. And I'm like, don't worry, you can call them the northern lights. You're good. You're good. I'm teaching them English, of course, and so it's a bit of a tricky thing for them to try and say. They say awuwabuwiawis. Awuwabuwiawis. It's very, very, very hard for them to say. Okay. Little brown face. Up here. Well, good news is so far, my nose isn't any more clogged up and my throat isn't any more clogged up. So I'm gonna say so far it's not oil paints that are the problem. So that's good. They're still not good for you though. We get white on the tip of the nose. Gonna try and blend it in afterwards. Where do you live, by the way, Laura? What part? Lauren, sorry. What part? Sorry. I think there's too many people Got a lot of names in my head at all times. It's Sydney, right? Am I right? I think one of my friends is in Brisbane. One of my friends I met in Japan is there too. I mean, I guess he might come back to Japan. I hope he does. So I've got lots of people to meet there, but it's quite big. I'm trying to think, like, how would I get around it? I don't drive, so how would I get around? I wish I could say I had a room for other people too. I just have a one space. You can stay here, but if you're a proper adult, you might not like that. If you're a proper adult, not like me, fake little baby adult. It's really working. Look, loads of little sealies are in there. Okay, need to get some other colours in a sec. Age-wise, 38. I think you're medium proper adult, maybe. I don't know. I'm guessing 55 is when you're a proper adult. Okay. Plane, train, bus, etc. Nice. And you're small in size. Oh, Sydney, nice. Oh, I do want to go to Sydney. I don't know if my other friends are in Sydney, so you might win. You might win that one. Yeah. You could be the winner. What would we eat in Australia? Teach me, please. Because my students, they often want to know things like this, and I don't really know what to tell them. I'm like, barbecue food? I say without really knowing. This is going to be the showstopper little one over here. Oh, I think I might be doing parts of where it's going to go a bit too low. Composition's changed a little, tiny little bit, but it's okay. It's my work, so I can choose. I can choose. I've got that power, if nothing else. You eat Marmite on toast? Like me. I had a Marmite cheese and lettuce sandwich just now. Growing old is inevitable. Growing up is optional. True. Tim Tam! Hello, my name is Kendall and I can Tim Tam slam. I love them. They're so good. I was introduced to them here. You can get them in the World supermarket. Well, not supermarket, shop here. Oh my gosh, they're so good. But oh my gosh, I eat so many in one go and I mean, I just, I feel good after, but I also feel pretty sick because it's too many to eat. I feel happy, proud, and so full and fat. It's a combination effect. Yeah, we get loads of cool flavors I've seen over here, but I've got to not buy the packets now because it just can't be trusted. Can't be trusted. We have all sorts of food. Every cuisine you can think of, we have it. That is what I love about the UK too. We're the same in the UK. So yeah, Japanese people are pretty rude about what they think about British food because they've only been taught things from Japanese TV, and Japanese TV is just like, oh, Japanese food is the best food in the world. I'm like, all right, depends what your tastes are, everybody. Um, some Japanese food is right gross, just gross. I can love being here, but I don't have to like all food. It's not what I grew up with, so it's different for me. But yeah, Japanese people are really rude about British food because they just have this bad idea of it. But we've got food from all over the world anyway, so I'm like, what are you even on about? So you notice I have to paint in a certain order so that I don't end up basically literally sticking my finger in it because that's just not going to be good. Here's what I'm touching on the side. I think you can see it. You hear it. That's what I'm doing. Okay, here's the star of the show incoming, and then we move on to some alpacas after this. Is it all right? Am I getting sticky or sweaty? No. Okay. I think it's meant to be a bit blue inside there. What I'm gonna do is touch a tiny bit of this blue in this gap. Maybe not so much, but we'll see. Yeah, that works. I've tried really careful to get cool shapes where the waves are with the brush strokes. So in person, these look even more fun. You're like twisties for snacks? Okay, sounds like we need a snack swap there. I can't even stand the smell of Marmite. Fortunately, it's not a common thing in Canadian grocery stores. Ah, lucky, lucky, lucky. I so want to go to Canada too. Um, I had a Marmite and cheese sandwich at work yesterday, but I sat next to a British girl and I said, I'm really sorry. I've got the most British thing going right now. I've got a Marmite and cheese sandwich for my lunch. And she said, oh, go ahead. I don't like Marmite, but it's fine. Um, and she said, I said, I'm really sorry. It's gonna smell like Marmite. She said, don't worry. The smell of it's okay. Phew, I thought. Gotta get some finesse about the nose of this one. This is the star sea lion. So the nose has got to be up to scratch. The rest will fall into place if the nose is good. Oh, thanks. You sent me a picture. Nice. I'll check that out in a while. And what kind of food do you guys normally cook at home? Because Japanese people find me to be very curious. I cook basically every type of cuisine I can think of at home. If I can get a hold of the ingredients, then I cook everything. What do you cook at home? Is it mostly the stuff from where you're from? Is it Italian, Mexican? What do you go for? Just needed it to be a little bit more blue just under the neck. Vegemite is what we have here, and it stinks just like it. Oh no! I just put oil paint all over my clothes behind me. Oh, this is officially my painting sweater. What a dummy. I've been wearing it to cover up anyway. It's just also a lovely sweater that I like wearing to bed, so I guess it's not. Pasta, burgers, pizza, Thai, schnitzel, etc. Schnitzel, is that... Where's that from? Germany. And what does it mean? Does it mean sausage? Oh, this bit's difficult. Excuse me while I'm silent for a second. I'm trying to cover up my nice dress under there. Go all the way around for the belly. Is it the size I want it to be? I think I want it to be fatter. Okay. It's got its big fat bottom. Looking good. I'm going to have to go thicker with the paint too. Face doesn't look how I wanted it to, but I think it still looks okay. Okay. Good silhouettes. Something a bit different in there. Oh, difficult. Okay, I know. Come down. Chicken schnitzel, Hungarian and Italian food mostly. I'm Hungarian. I have had beans on toast with cheese because I had a British friend who lives in Australia. Oh, nice. When I tried it and liked it, I had it for breakfast for about a week. Ah, yeah. It's good, isn't it? Ah, the sweetness of the beans, the saltiness of the cheese. Ah, yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, that's the shadow of that one's head. I need something a tiny bit light in here. I'm talking to myself doing this. I guess that's what being a live streamer is. A whole bunch of talking to yourself, which I don't normally do. Well, girl's gonna need some yoga after this. Okay, this is working better than I'd hoped. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I like that. What? Yeah. I'm happy, I'm happy. Right. I've got to get... doing my absolute best not to use black. I'm not going to suddenly use it on this one. I'm not using it on the others. I'm not going to suddenly do it. So basically the wood is stained, and I planned it so that I would add the wood effect after to all of this, which is why I painted it with such a grain. I did this with a straight across grain to try and allow that when I want to add the shadow, it can blend across really neatly. I think that's going to work really nicely. Can you see it making the kind of wood grain effect? I wanted it to not go into everything. And I have to do the same again over here. But first we got to add the detail to this lubber lub. It's actually not a very smooth looking seal. I know where it's smooth looking. It's smooth on the behind. Just focusing a little bit. You can tell when I go, if I go properly silent, my mouth is open, but I'm just gulping at my artwork, trying to make it do the thing I want it to do. See, one of my favorites is cheese and onion chips. Do you mean crisps? You mean chips crisps. I'm very excited to eat some of those when I go back. Gosh, that's going to be so good. Ah. And I can speak British English and be understood. I'm excited for that. It was quite a learning curve coming here the first time. Realising so much of what I said was just of my country, just of my city. Yeah, people didn't understand all of what I said. Everything I said. Oh. I accidentally got some down here, but I'm going to use it to stain it. Oh. Muddy hand. I do not mean crisps. I mean proper chips like you get in fish and chip shops. Ah! Cheesy chips. Cheesy chips is what you mean. Love that. I never had that with onion. That's cool though. I'm gonna have a doner kebab. It's gonna be like a whole new world going back. Dazzling place I almost forgot. Okay. Little feet area. And some kind of fur. Sea lion fluff. Let's have a look. First you have to make the cheese and onion, then you put it on your chips. Or you can mix it into mashed potatoes and make a cheese and onion pie. That sounds good. Yeah, I want a doner kebab. You're originally from Lancashire. That's brilliant. I don't like fish. I'll eat it if I'm being goaded into it to be polite in a, I don't know, Japanese situation, but I'd rather not. Sometimes I might want to choose it, but for myself, but I'd rather it be my choice. and have it insisted upon me. Now I've got a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew in my head. Takes time to get this right, doesn't it? Quite a lot of time. La da dee 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 dee. La da dee 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 dee. La da dee da dee da da. La da dee da dum. La dee dee dum. Try and get the floorboards in the deck a little bit more detailed. I think food from our childhood is often the best comfort food. Yes, 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 I think so too. I had some right weird combinations when I was a kid, though. I think it's actually quite funny that my mum would make it for me and my brothers, some of the things. Oh my gosh. Such strange little creatures we were sometimes. Okay, this one needs kind of yellow face to start. That one needs an eye, to be honest. They all kind of need eyes. They don't really, but I think people will like it better if they all had something a bit more like an eye. This one you can't see at all, but ultimately I want people to buy them, so got to think about what the people want a little bit. First of all, what I want, then what the peeps want. Oh my gosh, he's way cuter now from what I just did. Okay, how do I get a little tiny eye? Okay, that's a bit like a mole. Is it an animal, not a spot? Okay, I think it's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Hello, Nancy. Nice to see you, lovely. To this day, more years than I care to admit later, eating instant mashed potatoes brings back memories of camping trips to Malham Cove. Guess what I was eating when I was sick? And it brought back memories of childhood. Mashed potatoes. Instant mashed potatoes. It's got to be the instant one. It's mad, isn't it, how we can want something so basic. So basic. But that's what I was eating last week because I didn't have it in me to get the home cooked foods when I was not feeling good. So I made my own, but mashed potato. Not even of a quality necessarily. Put some cheese in it, put some butter in it, of course. Just like my mum used to quickly make. We used to snack on that like nobody's business. Do you want some mash? Yeah, I'll have some mash. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think making food for your kids has got to be one of the most annoying things to have to do constantly. Like, if you're sick or something, you can't even bother to make food for yourself, and you've got to make it for all your little spawn. Gosh. I guess I might one day. It's probably a nice pleasure sometimes, but it sounds really annoying. I've always joked that the reason I don't have kids is because I can't be bothered to brush someone else's teeth. So boring. I say I don't get bored, and that's because I don't do things that I know will bore me. I don't want to do things that I know will bore me. Oh. Let's see. Well, at least Rio hadn't eaten your instant mashed potatoes. Why do you think I ate them so fast? To stop him from getting to them. Untrustworthy. I always tell him, I don't trust you. And he says, I love you. And I'm like, go away. I've been eating egg sandwiches. An old babysitter used to make them for me, my comfort food. Oh, lovely. That's cute to have a babysitter memory. I don't know. I don't have kids. Mum loves to cook. That's one of her love languages. Ah, lovely. I love to cook, but kids can be right fussy about it. And I love to cook when I'm ready to cook, or for my friends, right? What bugs me is that the stores are so often out of jars of I don't know, boxes of surprise me, and bunches of I don't care. Oh, yeah. I don't know, surprise me. Yeah, I guess so. Right, we're almost finished. We can sign, seal, deliver this. Coming to the final Sealy hurdle. Final pod. But this one you can't really see its face, so it just looks like a mystery lump of seal. Maybe that's what's for dinner tonight. Mystery lump of seal. Anybody? Seal lump. I think that's the back of one. I need to maybe make it look more like a butt than it does a face, because then people will be sad if it doesn't have a face. Look like a butt. Or at least look like a cute face. It's the theme of the day. Butts. So Linda posted a picture on the Facebook group we use, the Live, I don't know what it's called actually, Live something, on the Facebook group anyway, on the Facebook group of the bum-faced detective, and someone has said, what a lovely peachy face, because it does look a bit like a total peach, but I don't know if they've seen it as a bottom. Oh man, these little guys are so cute. Okay. Maybe stop touching it for now. I think it looks all right. I think it might need a little bit of almost black down there. And coming out in here. Huh. I can use my nail to remove some of that. I wanted it to be black like over here. Let us see. What do you think? Does it look sealy? Look at those little ones in the background. So cute. All heaped. And the fresh baby ones in there too. I like it. Thank you very much for joining me on that one. We're going to do a little bit of the alpaca one. Surprise me usually got me giving the person toast. It takes a few seconds and it's fast. If they want something more, they need to give me a cuisine. I like that, Nancy. I like that. Okay. I'm going to do a bit on the alpaca one. I'm afraid it might not be the alpaca itself though, lovelies. We might have to wait a little while for that. So bye-bye, seal pups. Alpaca. Be good if I got the right colours for it. Otherwise, no, maybe I do. I do. Look at this. Nice. Excuse me, just going to cough a second. Okay. Right, maybe we'll be together for another half an hour. Just a little bit the next one. Oh, thank you very much, Anna. Says, love the seals. Great job. And a bunch of cute emojis. So I think I need the tree and the oven first. The alpaca has to be last, I'm afraid, guys. Alpaca's last. But I can use some of what I've already got. But I did a really fun thing with the sky. I did this really fun brush stroke that I like. It brought me a lot of joy. Right, let's mix ourselves up some more of this. Maybe not that much. Touch of linseed oil. Bit of hair. Apparently an eyelash. Is that lucky if an eyelash is in your linseed oil? Yeah, it's all lucky, isn't it? Whoop, that's not the artwork. I was enjoying it so much I thought it was the artwork. Bit dark. That's okay. Okay. It's fun. Oil paint is fun, I'm gonna say. Oh, no it's not. I just got oil paint all over something else. Blech. Okay. Quite like the tree being quite thick looking. It's meant to be thick, it's thick in the picture, but I quite like it having the jaunty kind of edges as well. Might be a bit too thick in some places. It can be part of the drying schedule. Yeah, I like it. Now I need to make, this is a bit harder to do, a kind of grey colour. Totally doable, anything's possible. Grey colour for the wall in the background. But I also wanted to create little tiny stones. So let's see if I can do that. I'll fold this one over. Start anew, so to speak. That might look like it's just one colour to you, but it's got lots of shades in it. Let's see, cute seals, thanks. Now what I want to do is create this wall in the background. I'm not going to do the fence. I'm going for a blue sky in the background. That would be way cuter. Not doing these alpacas either. I'm doing this alpaca. That's what I call a alpaca, an alpaca llama cross. So these little stones, I really want to create them as the little stones they are. That's not cool, is it? What do you think? Do you like my new phone case? New phone? Did anyone see that? Did you watch that happen? Who was paying attention? I don't know. I think you applaud me at not swearing and not getting angry. That's how you can tell I am a little bit healthier now. I think we should applaud me. I almost had a giggle myself. But goodness me, this is my old phone. Or it is now. It was. It is. Well, who's got the screenshot of this? Did you get the screenshot? Is anyone taking pictures? All right. Well, instead of the painting, we're now gonna clean this. Yeah, it's my old phone because I'm using the newer phone for this, of course. I stopped breathing for a few seconds, Nancy. It'd be really cool if it wasn't oil paint. Yeah, you say it comes off easy, but there's the residue. It's very oily. Thick and oily. Well, good thing I had loads of paint on my palette. I'm going to have to put the spirit cleaner on it after. This is the problem, this bit in here. Ay, 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 ay. Well, that's good. It's gone in that gap. Great. Oh, great. It's going in the buttons. Great. That was a good test over who was watching though. Yeah, that's gonna need that spirited cleaner stuff. Oh well. I wonder if it will clean the phone. The phone is a disgusting colour. I've tried to clean it numerous times. Oh, you know what? It might actually clean the whole phone case. There we go, that's nice. Believe it or not, this was clear. which makes this seem really gross and like I'm a smoker. I'm not. It's just a cheap case. Horrible colour now. That will have to be soaped down. Yuck. Oh, strong smell now. There we go. That's what it's meant to look like, but I can't be trusted with phones, so. Now we'll find out if I'm allergic, because I'll be using this phone to do things sometimes. Okay, chemically cleaned. Yeah. My eyes are starting to get blurry, you know, so there's definitely some kind of reaction to oil painting for me. Shame, shame, shame. Ugh. I think the oil paints are trying to say, you've done enough today, Kendall. That's plenty, thank you. You can stop. We don't want to play. I can hear them saying it. There we go. Thank you, Lauren, but I've got a screen cover on my phone. All of my phones have screen covers on them. So I've already done that. Is that safe for electronics, the cleaner? I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea. And wouldn't know how to check. Okay, I want this dark in the background, because then I'm going to put light little bricks all over it, light little stones all over it. But I want the darkness to look like the cement behind the stones. I'm really looking forward to doing the oven. I think I'm going to do it a little bit more 3D, as in use a lot more of the oil paint. I really like using a lot more of the oil paint to show depth and texture in things. I meant to agree with you on the paints and paintings, said no need to paint more today. Yeah, I'm in agreement there, I think. I'm in agreement. Now, I'll just do this background bit here. And I think will I mix up the stones? Yeah, I'm going to do the stones as well. What I think is going to create stones. And then I'll call it quits. But yeah, they need me to rest. I've got to keep painting later. But of course, doing it in front of the gimbal is a different experience. So I'll be able to. I need to go and get some fresh air, I think. The window's open, but it's not always enough. Not always enough. Oh, that was meant to be green. Oh well, I'll try and remember that's green as well. Green, green, green. Green. Yeah, it gives headaches and things too, you know, guys. Headaches and a curious blindness, from me anyway. Right, this on a little bit of a slope, but I want it on a little bit of a slope, so that's fine. No problem there. So yeah, don't oil paint at home, kids. Right, some rocks. I don't know what colour this will make. Curious blue. Curious blue is how to start grey, I'm sure. Curious blue. I like the paintings that I've created today dry outside on my balcony as well, so they're not in my space with me. Now, I wonder how I can create little tiny stones and have them still look good. With a little bit of white on one side and a little bit of the grey I've made on the other. And just using the tip of the palette knife because I want them to seem small. And they change quite a lot on the other side. But I can put some in. I think they'll be cute. Not everything needs to be cute, Kendall. Yes, it does. Gonna look like stone wall. Maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. I think if I was making it bigger, it'd be much easier for this one. And I could do proper pieces of the stones. Alas, I'm not doing that, so it's fine. I work with what I got. I would be dead already. I'm sensitive to certain smells and chemicals, so I don't think I would last long there. Yeah, yeah. Me too. I should be smarter, really. I'm obviously very sensitive to these ones myself. So that's a shame. It's amazing I've put up with them as long as I have. So after I can add more texture to these stones actually. When they dry I can do another very thin layer. But I'm happy with how it's coming out so far. So I've been watching Last Kingdom on Netflix with my partner. He's getting his British education from it, he thinks. He probably is getting it in some way. So I'm really looking forward to doing the piece of Winchester Castle, not Winchester Castle, sorry, Winchester Cathedral that Lily went to. That's going to be great fun because in the TV show, it's based on medieval England. Winchester is in there a lot because Winchester was the first capital of England, which makes that proper spoiler for the show. Maybe. Kind of. That's the ones on that side. I like them. Texture, texture, texture. Texture is my favorite. Very interesting noises in the background. Yeah, kids. Kids on the train. At least it's not construction like earlier. A lot can happen in 2 hours, right, guys? A lot can happen. A lot can go down. Okay. Gonna go for the ones behind the tree on the other side. This looks... Oh, I can't wait to touch this when it's dry. I'm so excited. And yeah, I'll be hoping other people aren't trying to touch my artwork at the exhibition. I have a note that says, I understand. I feel the same, but please don't touch my art. So what I'm doing down here, I'll let you see what I'm doing. I'm trying to put a bit of something whitish on one side and brownish on the other, or greyish on the other, so that the rock looks like it has more light on one side. Subtle, but maybe yellowish, but I think it's good. Oops, did that the wrong way around. Yeah, I think it's working well. As long as I don't drop anything in it. I'm doing these bricks a little bit bigger, these stones, sorry. These stones are a bit bigger than the ones on the other side, to show that they're in the foreground, or at least closer to us, more so in the foreground. Okay, so I'm going to stop in a few minutes. So I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you being here. Yeah, thank you so much. If anyone is feeling flush, feel free to pop over to buy me a coffee, drop a little tippy for me. People aren't really doing that anymore. That might become a problem. We'll see. But I'll try and do my best and keep bringing you live streams, at very least, to service my lovely, lovely Kenda Packer crew, who are supporting me through monthly subscriptions. So check out buymeacoffee.com/Miss Kendall James if you want to see a little bit more about that. There's lots of perks for you, lots and lots of perks if you become a Kenda Packer member, actually, including artwork. So if you've had your heart set on a piece from me, you might want to look into that, because you can acquire one through monthly payments or through a discounted annual subscription for the Kenda Packer crew. So please do consider joining that. So thank you very much, everyone. You can also go on linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James if you want to see what else I make too. So thank you very much. I'm happy. We got pretty good thing going on. Me and alpaca, alpaca, alpaca. Yeah. One second, it's even more light behind there. I'm going to try and get even more light in there. Lovely. Thank you so much, everybody. That's all right. Anna, thank you. Anna says, sorry, I can't buy you a coffee, but I'm following you on there too. Yeah, please do follow me there, because you get emails twice a week from me on there. generally. Okay, with lots of links and things. I'm going to set this up again for my morning, so look out online and things for me saying, hey, look, I've added it again. And I'd love to hang out with you again. Thank you. Thanks, Corinne. It's been fun hanging out with you and watching you paint your phone. Lol. Thanks, Corinne, I say with the unimpressed emoji eyes. Well, thank you so much. Thanks, Nancy, for catching me again. See you guys later. That's a 2-hour special. Bye. Sorry, it's going to kick some of you out now if you haven't been here all along. Good night.